Hello, this is the luckiest maths teacher in the world. Thank you so much for tuning into this video in which we will look at the angle sum of a quadrilateral. So a quadrilateral is just any four-sided shape. This weird looking shape here is a quadrilateral because it has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. No matter how weird looking the quadrilateral is, you can always do what I've done here and divide it into two triangles. So let's first look at this triangle here. Well, we learned previously that the angle sum of any triangle is 180. So this angle here, and this angle here, all three of them must add up to 180 degrees. The angle sum of any triangle is always 180. So similarly, in this triangle here, this angle, and this angle must add up to 180 degrees. So if I add up all four interior angles inside, I have 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 angles. They must add up to 180 plus 180, which is 360 degrees. And this works for any quadrilateral, no matter how weird looking it is. So we can use this to find unknown angles. Let's look at this quadrilateral here. Well, 135 plus 77 plus 63 is 275 degrees. So how do I find x? Well, I just need to figure out how much more I need to get from 275 to 360. So here, x would simply be 360 minus 275, which gives us 85 degrees, and we're done. So when we're looking for unknown angles in a quadrilateral like this one, sometimes we need to draw on what we have learned previously in the year. So if I wanted to find x here, notice that these parallel lines and this transversal mean these two angles are co-interior. They must add to 180 degrees. So if one of the angles is 75, the other angle x must be 105 degrees, so they add to 180. Similarly, these two angles are co-interior. They must add to 180, so y is just going to be 180 minus 110, or 70 degrees. So let's look at this example, which is a little harder because we have two unknown angles. Basically what this is saying is we want to find these two angles. If this is a right angle, this is 20 degrees, and this angle is 4 times as large as this one. So let's set up an equation. I know that if I add up all the angles, so the two unknown angles, plus 20 plus 90, then I must get 360 degrees because the four angles inside any quadrilateral add to 360. So 4y and y is 5y. 20 plus 90 is 110. So what I have to do is solve this equation. So let's undo what's been done to y. I've multiplied y by 5, then added 110 to get 360. So when I'm solving, I undo things, but in the opposite order. Remember, it's like in the morning you put on your socks first and then your shoes, but at night you need to take off your shoes first because they were the last thing you put on. So here I times by 5 first, that's like putting on my socks, and then added 110, that's like putting on the shoes. This was the last thing put on, so it's the first thing I undo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 110 from both sides because I want to get y by itself. So I'm left with 5y, 360 minus 110 is just 250. And now I divide each side by 5. 250 divided by 5 is 50. So I've just figured out this angle must be 50, this angle must be 200. Because 50 plus 200 plus 20 plus 90 equals 360, and we've got this angle of 200 degrees, 4 times as big as this one. All right, thank you so much for tuning into this video. This has been the luckiest maths teacher in the world. Have a great day.